Ever wondered if the attorney you're dealing with is officially recognized by the state of New Jersey? Knowing how to verify an attorney's bar status is absolutely crucial, and in this explainer, we'll show you exactly how to do it. Welcome. I'm really excited to guide you through this today. We're going to unlock the exact consumer tools you need so you can make sure the person representing you in court is fully authorized, vetted, and in good standing.
So let's just dive right in. You know, it's funny, this is a question most people don't even think to ask until they're right in the thick of a super stressful legal situation. But honestly, it's a critical step that we all need to take before handing over a legal retainer or signing any kind of contract. I mean, think about it. You're entrusting this professional with your finances, your freedom, or your family's future. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with an introduction to bar status, move on to the official process, then interpreting the results, followed by some additional considerations, and we'll wrap up with further resources and tips.
All right, Section 1, Introduction to Bar Status, Why Verifying Your Lawyer Matters.
Imagine this scenario for a second. You're facing a massive legal hurdle. You've just found a lawyer who sounds absolutely fantastic on the phone, and they've sent over a contract requiring a retainer that, well, eats up your entire life savings. Before you sign on that dotted line, you need absolute certainty about who you're actually hiring. The real-world financial and legal risks of using an unlicensed or suspended practitioner are huge. If an attorney isn't in good standing, they literally cannot legally represent you, meaning any work they do could be completely jeopardized.
So, the big question is, where do you look? Well, your foundational tool for verifying basic licensure status is called the Statewide Attorney Index. This is the official, real-time digital ledger maintained directly by the New Jersey judiciary. It shows the administrative standing of all plenary and limited license holders admitted to the New Jersey bar. Basically, it is your absolute source of truth.
Moving right along to Section 2, the official process, navigating the New Jersey judiciary tools.
I want to act as your consumer advocate today, so you can easily follow along at home. Step 1, just visit the official New Jersey Court's website. Step 2, navigate over to the Statewide Attorney Index portal. Now, Step 3 is super vital. You've got to search using the attorney's exact last name. And Step 4, always verify their unique attorney identification number. It's often called a bar ID. We do this because, as you know, multiple people can easily share the exact same name. Now, take a look at this official affidavit for attorney name change. Official name changes for lawyers are strictly regulated by the Board of Bar Examiners. If an attorney changes their name due to, say, marriage or divorce, they have to file this specific affidavit right with the Supreme Court clerk. And this is exactly why having the precise, officially registered name is so critical when you're searching the index.
Once you actually find your attorney in the index, you get access to a real treasure trove of info. You'll see their current bar status and their year of admission. But here's an incredible consumer protection feature. The index also verifies their professional liability insurance. Yep, under New Jersey court rules, attorneys operating as professional corporations, LLCs or LLPs, are legally mandated to maintain verifiable malpractice insurance. And the index lets the public inspect this directly. Okay, on to Section 3, Interpreting Results, Decoding Legal Jargon.
Let's break down what you're actually looking at. When you check a status, you're likely going to see one of these terms. Active is great. It means they're in good standing, paid their fees, and have full authority to practice. Administratively ineligible is a really big one to watch out for. It means they're legally prohibited from practicing New Jersey law right now. Often, it's just because they forgot to pay an annual fee or missed some mandatory continuing legal education credits. It's not necessarily a disciplinary action, but they still cannot represent you. Then we have suspended or disbarred, meaning their license was restricted or permanently revoked for professional misconduct. Resigned without prejudice just means they voluntarily left in good standing. And finally, disability inactive means the Supreme Court placed them on inactive status due to a qualifying impairment. To give you an idea of how this happens, check out this actual notice to the bar from 2014. It brilliantly illustrates how easily an attorney can fall into that administratively ineligible category. It clearly states that attorneys who fail to register and pay by the deadline get a $40 late fee, and if they still don't comply, they are declared administratively ineligible by order of the Supreme Court. Just missing paperwork or an annual payment immediately revokes their legal authority to act as your lawyer. Kinda wild, right?
Let's head into Section 4, Additional Considerations, Spotting Red Flags and Disciplinary History.
If you want to dig a little deeper into an attorney's ethics record, you definitely need to visit the Disciplinary Review Board, or DRB, database. The DRB serves as the appellate tribunal for attorney discipline in New Jersey. Their public lookup portal contains all notices of public discipline, suspensions, disbarments, and reinstatements dating all the way back to January 1988. And hey, here's a great pro tip straight from investigative journalists. When you use the DRB portal, search alphabetically by the first letter of the attorney's last name rather than typing out the full name. Doing it this way helps you avoid missing any records if a name was entered with a slight alternate spelling.
To ground this in reality, take a look at this actual Disciplinary Review Board order from May 2022. It explicitly states that the respondent shall not apply for readmission to the bar for a period of 1 year and cannot be admitted to practice in any other manner. Seeing the actual document really shows the severe, tangible consequences of professional misconduct in New Jersey.
Furthermore, there are some very strict proposed consumer protection rules being debated right now regarding what ineligible attorneys can and cannot do. Under these proposed rules for Court Rule 120-20, an attorney who is suspended or currently ineligible would be explicitly mandated to state their ineligible status directly on their firm's website landing page, and they'd even have to update their voicemail to advise callers of their suspension. Plus, they're strictly prohibited from soliciting legal business digitally. Compare that to an active attorney who is fully permitted to accept retainers and solicit business. Basically, if you call an attorney and their voicemail mentions an inactive status, that is an immediate, actionable red flag.
And our final section, Section 5, Further Resources and Tips, Consumer Safety Nets.
Beyond just checking basic status, you also have access to some truly fantastic state resources. The Supreme Court Board on Attorney Certification allows you to find lawyers who have demonstrated over 5 years of significant experience and actually passed rigorous civil trial exams. Now, if you have an active complaint about a lawyer, the Office of Attorney Ethics is your official portal to file a grievance. If you can't afford an attorney for a civil matter, Legal Services of New Jersey is a nonprofit offering free assistance. And lastly, if you just need to find a new vetted lawyer, look to your County Bar Association's lawyer referral services.
But perhaps the most vital safety net of all is the Lawyers Fund for Client Protection, or the LFCP. Administered by Supreme Court-appointed trustees, this fund actually reimburses clients who have suffered financial losses due to the dishonest, criminal, or fraudulent conduct of a New Jersey attorney. It's funded directly by the annual fees that the attorneys themselves pay. And the best part? There is absolutely no filing fee for a consumer to submit a claim. If you ever find yourself in this terrible situation, you can reach them directly at 855-533-3863.
Before we wrap things up today, I do need to read this important disclaimer. While the information provided in this explainer is comprehensive and accurate as of the publication date, laws and procedures can change. Always consult directly with official New Jersey legal resources or a legal professional for the most current information.
So we've covered the tools, the databases, the legal jargon, and the safety nets. Now that you have this consumer toolkit right at your fingertips, are you entirely certain about the person holding your legal fate? I really urge you, take a few minutes right now, pull up the New Jersey Court's website, and go verify your attorney's status. It is without a doubt the smartest investment of 5 minutes you will ever make. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.